Hey, what's going on, guys? Tony here, CCxRC, and on the bench today I have my Traxxas Hoss, which has a little bit of issues going on with it right now from the last bash that I did. As you can see, there's no rebound here in the rear. That is because I bent one of the shock shafts. So I have another one here. Luckily, it's only a $3 fix. You get 2 shock shafts for $3. We'll be able to get this fixed up, but just the steering still just feels weird to me. There's a lot of play, and I don't feel like it's strong enough servo in here. And so from Hitec, I've got the D956WP. And so we're gonna get this thing all set up to run with this servo. All right, so here's a quick look over the features of the D956WP by Hitec. 32-bit IP67 wide voltage servo, and it's got a basically you have multiple voltages you can run it at, from 4.8 volt to 6 volt and 7.4 volts. At 4.8 volts, it's running at 0.19 second speed, 249.97 ounce-inches of torque. At 6 volts, it is 0.15 seconds and 333.29 ounce-inches of torque. And over at 7.4 volts, it's down to 0.12 seconds and 402 ounce-inches of torque, which is very nice. These also, when you turn them on, this D series has kind of a slow recenter, so that if your wheels are off from center, and when you turn on the car, instead of whipping it back, it just kind of slowly recenters itself, which is supposed to help with wear and tear on it, which is very cool. Durable steel gears with ball bearings, heavy duty spline horns. It says it has 3 steel gears and 1 MP first gear. So very, very cool to see some new stuff from Hitec. And we'll get in here and show you guys the difference that you get over their 2075 Traxxas that comes in the Hoss, which only has 125 ounce-inches of torque. So double, more than double the torque than the stock servo. So you're going to get a lot more power to move these bigger size tires around. So should be beastly inside the Hoss. All right, so here are the stock speeds of the servo. It gets them around all right, but I have a feeling that this is going to give it a whole lot more power behind that throw and a little bit more speed. So let's do it. We gotta get in here and get this guy out. Gotta remove this, and then we just got the screws up on the top here. There's 4 of them. Gonna pull these out. These are 2.5 millimeter. I wish I'd have put my CCxRC mat down. All right. Make note which side everything's going. So the servo spline will be toward the front. Now we got to go in here, take all these off. This little guy keeps it nice and organized, keeps it waterproof. We do have to remove it though, which is fine. You still have to take off this top case, which is neat how they've got this actually molded into the chassis now. I like that, how the box is set up. Give them kudos on that for sure. Off it comes. And now we just got to trace this wire to find out which one we have to pull. Look at how much is going on. Lots of ports on it. All right, so this front one, however, is the one we're going to take off. This is out now. This is the 2075 waterproof. There we go. I'm going to take this off. Now that we've taken off this servo horn that had this little metal brace around it to help protect that and from opening up, we can see the spline on it and nice looking servo. All right, so goes in the same way the other one came out. We're not going to put the horn on until we go ahead and get a battery in here and center it. All right, so I'm trying to hold this up for you guys. I'm just going to put this down here and do them all. You're not going to be able to see it because of the way it's tucked in here, but we'll come back once it's in. All right, there it is installed. Now we're running the Hitec in here. Got to route our wires in. It does have a really long cable to it, which is great for cars that have a long run to do it. This is not one of those cars, so it's not really necessary for it, but we do have to now put it through this waterproofing area. And we're going to pull it through. Hopefully we have room to hide it here in the box. You can tell that by looking at the other ones in here. And now we just have to try and get it all enclosed inside of here. Tell that by looking at the other ones in here. And now we just have to try and get it all enclosed inside of here and back in place and not crush this waterproof thing. There it goes. I think that's sealed right. Oh, not right. Not quite right over there. There. Got all the waterproofing parts back inside. This is now buttoned up. All right. So the last thing that I need to do is get a battery. I'm going to put the battery in, turn the car on with the controller on, and center the steering trim on the servo. And then we'll be able to attach this, and we'll be done with that upgrade, and we'll get to give it a test run. So here are the specs of the D956WP, so you can see it at 6 volts, which a lot of the ESCs do. You're going to have it at 0.15 seconds at 60 degrees and 333.29 inches of torque is usually what that would be right there. So yeah, it's much more powerful, almost double than this as far as torque goes. This is rated at 125 inches of torque. So more torque. This thing, if you could go up to 7.4 volts, you get even more. You get 402 inches of torque, and it's even faster at 0.12 seconds. So the ESC that comes in the Hoss only outputs at 6 volts. So we're not going to get the full specs of this thing, but we definitely should get more torque and more power behind it than we do with this one. So hopefully we'll see that. It's a little bit faster, but not a ton. Sparky. Little pop. Turn this on like so. Set our steering trim back to 0. Got movement. It is centered now, so this is when we would want to connect this up. Get our wheels straight. Line this up. It's a 25-tooth spline on the servo and on the servo horn that came with it, so we're good to go there. Nice tight fit. And I'm going to go ahead and screw this in. Once I verify everything's working good, because it's metal into metal, we want just a little thread lock on there. Very quick. All right, so here are the stock speeds of the servo. Definitely notice that speed and the power mainly. It is backwards. I'm turning left and it's turning right, so we'll have to go in here and we'll reprogram this to work right. All right, so now to reverse the servo, we're going to hold menu, starts blinking. We're going to move to menu option 2. We're going to hit set, say set, and set. Now we're proper. All right. There she is. Nice and done. Take it out and get a quick rip with it and see how it does. Man, it's got all kinds of steering. Watch out for all the cables. Feels good. Yeah, a new servo really helps. Almost took out my toes. Really leans those corners nice. Look at that. No rolling on the concrete. Oh, so nice. All right, guys, hope you found this interesting, especially if you're somebody that owns a Traxxas and is interested in getting a little more servo performance. This is definitely helpful. And be sure to tune back in for more videos, guys. Lots coming to the channel here. Hope you're having fun RCing. Leave us a comment down below, and we'll catch you in the next video.